Alrighty, hello everybody. Greetings and salutations. Sorry it's a delayed start, but there was some technical things I had to fix on the back end and figure out. There may be a little bit of jank tonight, but I think for the most part the issues I had last time have mostly been alleviated, and I figured a couple things out, so we're learning. Yay. Um, so hopefully the next one will be I'll have everything locked in. But with that being said, greetings and salutations. Hello, hello, welcome. Today, guess what? It's D&D with a guest star. Well, not really a guest star, but a returning star. Um, so to that extent, since we started a little late, I'm just gonna get them. We're gonna fire up immediately. So, with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okie dokie. Who can recall what happened last time?
Think we fought things.
What was that?
I think we fought things, but it's all blurred together.
We were in. All right. Well, I mean, that's a recap. Okay. Just grabbing the map for you guys. Which wasn't change. I could freaking the map I have for it.
It was so long ago, I don't remember what we were doing. We were heading north of whatever monastery to see whatever thing they wanted us to help with. That's all I remember. Something about a cave.
Oh yeah, things. It was like a something that exploded into things, other creatures. Oh, did I disconnect? No.
And you
Yeah.
guys, oh,
So yeah, we were fighting things that would explode into multiple other creatures.
they look like kind of like pustules from the ground, and they were popping out imps. And then eventually we discovered there was something giant under the ground that was like swimming underneath the swampy islands.
They weren't imps, they
Um,
were like mosquito things, he was calling them.
oh yeah, right, giant mosquitoes. Um, but I thought they had
And
like,
then the giant thing.
yes, and
After
that thing
Christ,
had
like,
more,
erupted the earth or something.
right? And oh yeah, maybe. Um, I just remember it had more of those like kind of things growing on its body as well. And this was after I don't know if you guys, my thing was cutting out. That we were investigating, found a cave. Spirit Wolf got in front of us before we went into the cave because I had heard something asking for help that I later found out was in my head. But the wolf did not want us to go in there because it was dangerous. So we decided to walk around and instead found these like, yeah, popping
Yeah,
mosquito creatures.
I lost a familiar in
Oh
the
yeah, sending it in there. Yeah. So, and I think we stopped just as we were about to start fighting the big creature. right? Because we went through rounds of the mosquito guys. I don't think we did anything else. Did we eventually escape into the cave or do we stop and fight it? I don't remember.
We fought outside the cave.
Well, I know initially, yeah. But did we
And then
go in the
we,
cave to avoid the big thing or were we about to face off against the big thing
I think
out of the
it
cave?
just spawned in front of us, and
Okay.
we haven't done anything with it yet.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So, the question now is, because we had ended with, start at the top of the round here. As you guys had dealt with the, make sure I'm not muted, okay. You guys had dealt with the popping pustules, and then Price decided to cast Erupting Earth on something that seemed to be burrowing. And that is when part of the creature was revealed as the earth was displaced and in that area the earth was displaced. And there seemed to be like the back of a creature that had like these sort of like holes in its body where these pustules were just like popping like inflating balloons or e- even actually even more better image like think like lava lamp like how the oil like bounces and moves inside of it. It's kind of like those or air balloons is probably also pretty apt, but a more organic fleshy air balloon not air balloon just balloon. And we since Price did that because that was sort of his turn. I just pick up where the turn order was actually. Yep, because Price cast Erupting Earth as the last thing he did for there, and so it's Vimac. As you saw, this thing was like moving away, and then Price cast that on it.
Oh, yeah, I don't have my turn order combat tracker up. I'm going to move there, and our uh, uh, Eldritch Blast.
All right, so it will have increased AC because it's mostly in cover. Because the thing isn't above ground. This was just Price moving the earth just enough to see part of it. But a 19 cover. So it would be definitely more than half cover. Okay, so a 19. Double check its AC with the modifier. Oof. So you fire off an Eldritch Blast at it, and it, at the last second, it's kind of like burrows underground, or a bit of like the erupted earth is, providing a good bit of cover to it. Pretty significant. Like it is a very large creature, but it is also burrowing, making it very difficult to, hit a vital point. And you haven't even like seen the rest of the creature's body, so you're pretty much just aiming for whatever you can see. Because it is at least 3/4 cover, which means a +5 bonus for 3/4 cover. Yep.
Then I will hex it with my bonus action then.
Alrighty. That is not impeded by 3/4 cover.
And that is mine.
All right. We will start it. Yeah. All right. So I guess I can now put this thing on the initiative.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okie dokie. So Kaido, you are up. You saw Price create like this unstable terrain and revealing a bit of whatever this creature is, but definitely not the whole of it.
Okay.
And that, blocked out area is now difficult terrain.
Um. Are there any of the mosquito things left? I'm only asking because I see them on the turn order.
Nope.
Okay. I'm still raging, aren't I? I think I'm still raging. Don't remember turning it off. Okay. From what I do see, how large does this thing look?
Uh, based on what little you can see, you get the feeling it's at least large.
So I can definitely at least tell it's bigger than me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go there. Which one do I want to use? Just flip it twice, I think, with... I don't know what's better. I'll just use my longbow. Okay. There's attack 1. There's attack 2. 18 and then a 21.
So the 18 would not hit considering its cover, but a 21 would hit.
Okay. That doesn't have my rage added. I think it's a +3. Is that only to melee?
Rage is only to melee.
Okay. And that's it. I'm done.
5 damage. Apply. All right. So that brings us to things. Somebody feel free to roll me a d8. 4. Doot, doot, doot. I think we all know what's about to happen.
4 puppies come out of hiding.
Yeah,
Mhm.
flying
Like
puppies
buttons. Mm-hmm.
that bite. They're not trained.
For puppy wolves that resemble another wolf.
All right. So as you lodge an arrow into the hide of whatever this thing is, um, there seems to be like more these stacks form and then pop, and your friends that you love so much appear and immediately start to swarm, but they don't get to attack. They can just move. All right, that is their turn. So Gnome, you have been sitting out here in this swamp waiting for the group to show up. You know, they 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 said they were gonna go deal with some anomaly, and you talked to you talked to a couple of townsfolk, got some information, and interestingly enough, it was the Booyogs themselves that divined the direction that you need to go to deal with something big bad, which means something that they're really interested in. So you've been out here in the swampy area, just sort of probably hanging out in a tree, waiting for a sign of your party. It's been a good bit just waiting for them. So you probably have to go around and hunt and you know find food, and you're a monk, so you're pretty quick. You're probably like dashing around in the water and catching fish. But finally, you do hear a commotion nearby. Something big and lumbering, moving the ground. But you also hear some familiar voices. Probably a very angry Kaido, very angrily firing arrows at something. And we'll say, ooh, we can have fun with this. Roll me a d4, and that'll determine what side of the board you appear on. West, north, south, east, west. So the western border. Gnome. Yeah, we'll say you're like in near this tree, just hanging out. Then you heard some commotion.
All right, so I'm just gonna be scampering through the swamp, right? Let me look at my movement. Oh, I got a lot of movement. Okay, and I'm gonna run up, sword in both hands, and I'm gonna try to hit these things that are on Vimac, not Vimac, bald. Wait, no, I did it backwards. Vimac.
Yep.
And actually, I'm gonna blank.
Yeah, and these things are tiny. They kind of look like really, really large mosquitoes, but kind of like with these weird, like leathery, batty kind of wings. So they're more like bats, but they're kind of like, imagine a cross between a bat and a mosquito, but a furless bat. And a 21 would definitely hit. And which one are you aiming
Alright,
for, the left or the right?
Left.
Left.
And I'm gonna use a deft strike because I don't know how thick they are. That's gonna cost 1 focus, but it gives me 1d8 extra damage. So that'll be
Couplets.
20 damage to the left one.
So what's your death strike look like?
Usually I use my head as a weapon, but this time I'm actually like, maybe I've been practicing my swordsmanship because it is a little long for the body, right? But with the deft strike, it's only accessible if I'm using my sword, right? So it's definitely like a technique. And I want to say we've done it before where we carved like a G into this thing. And I don't think I even get halfway through trying to spell my name before this thing's like just cut to ribbons. And so we're going to pivot and do an unarmed strike. I think I have that hotkey as number 2. Yep. 16 against the AC of the second one.
Yep, that would hit.
All right. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Smush.
Now
Very
I've
much like
wasted my
mosquitoes.
death
It
strike.
just takes a good, a solid smackaroo.
And I'm going to look up to Vimac and just be like, wow, it took you guys forever to get here.
We may or may not have gotten lost.
I can believe it.
Once or twice.
Yeah, it was only a little though. And we finally found our way back. We even
But
updated the maps.
But we were needed where we ended up, so we were there for a reason.
It's all right. I got plenty of time with the booyogs in between. There's supposed to be something really bad here. And I'm going to kind of like look over to this giant thing, completely unsure that that's the thing that I'm supposed to be looking out for. I don't think so. Kaido's being swarmed by these flying skinny mosquito bat things. I think he'll be all right because he's popped real easy. So I'm going to like bend the knees and like get in a fighting position to fight this giant thing and in my turn there.
All right. Altani. You see Gnome just kind of appear out of the brush, just out of nowhere, and just lay the smack down on these very squishable things.
Like, hey, you found us. Nice. Just in time. These little bugs are kind of fun to pop.
I wonder what they taste like.
I mean, given what they came out of, slimy, whatever it is. But hey,
Ooh.
if there's any remnants left, you could probably give it a try. You got a high constitution, right?
I want to lick my sword.
All right. While he's doing that, I'll be like, "Hey, Kaido,
roll a
you want to hand
d20,
one?
a flavor
Oh,
test.
dear. You. Nice.
So it tastes
I want to do
horrible.
what?
However, from
Mhm.
your culture, sometimes horrible is not necessarily,
The worse it
perceived the same.
tastes, the more badass you are, right? You're real bad if you can eat things that are disgusting. So I'm gonna like go cross-eyed for a second, and it looks like I'm about to throw up, and then I just swallow.
Takes a bigger goblin than me to do that. That's for sure.
That looked pretty bad.
Oh, it was really bad. And then I give a thumbs up because bad is good.
The Booyogs would be so proud.
Thank you.
No. I'll turn to Kaido, be like, your time is wasted on those little guys. Let me help you out there. So I'm going to attack the one attacking Kaido that's on the left first with my main hand. And I don't think a 13 hits, does it?
Unfortunately, it does not. Whoosh.
Whoosh. All right. I'll like, damn it, those guys are squiggly. I'll attack with my offhand. Oh no. I'm wondering if maybe as I like go to shift, I step on some sliminess from a like part of our previous fight, and maybe I slip a little bit, and hopefully it goes in the ground, or does it go
So
to Kite onto Kaito?
let's find out. Roll me a d20.
All right.
Okie dokie. So you're throwing this in Kaito's direction.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So feel free to roll me some damage.
Oh dear. So let's see. My offhand we discovered was only 1d4 plus 3, right?
Just 1d4, I believe. Would you
2.
like to add sneak attack?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I'm good.
So,
Because it has to be intentional, right? No.
I mean, if it was another natural, if it was a two natty ones, and I'd say that would be sneak attack.
Right.
It was close, but it wasn't two natty ones in a row. Um, so yeah, Kaido Altani's like, I got you. And it's like you're watching in slow motion this psychic blade flying through the air, like twirling and flipping, or however, you choose to throw it, or it's like a kunai or something. Um, and it just barely sails past Price's, well, actually it sails over Price's head and like through his cap because it's not physical, so it just flies through his cap. And it looks like it's about to hit that thing, that little flying thing in your face, but very much like an actual mosquito. When you go to swing at it, the little bastards just happen to move at the very last second to avoid it. And you see the blade, you see this thing just like, whoop,
Continue on past it or almost right into Kaido.
and like, probably catch you in the arm as Kaido
And I go,
takes 2 points of
oh
psychic
God.
damage.
But like,
Ow.
sorry. When I said I got you, I didn't mean I got you. I'm really sorry, Kaido.
It's
I
just
think
a flesh
that's why-
wound.
Yeah, exactly. I think that slime buffet over there kind of threw me off.
So at least you can say you did damage this round at least.
Can I ask why you think a giant slime thing is a buffet?
Because Gnome's eating it.
He ate the little thing, not the big thing. Didn't he?
Well, I'm just referencing the fact that Gnome is eating slime. That was distracting to me.
Okay.
There's
Sorry.
enough for everybody to have some.
That's really generous of you, Gnome. I'm still full for breakfast, but thank you.
Kaido.
We had breakfast.
Shh.
Oh, yeah, we're full. We're good.
Okay, more from me.
Well,
Right.
and with that, I definitely end my turn. I don't want to. There's no more damage that I can do to anybody, both on or against our team.
All right, Price is up, but I think he had to step away a minute. So we will hold on that. Maybe he'll be back by the end of the turn. Um, this thing. Let's see. So people have attacked it. And you know what? It's gonna do thing. So it's in difficult terrain though, so. I think its main tactic is going to be continue what it's been doing. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it seems like it has to struggle against the terrain a good bit that was displaced. However, it does continue moving away as you know you see the displaced ground as it kind of lifts and it rises and falls a little bit as this thing seems to be moving beneath the surface. And it's not gonna use that this round, so yeah, that is gonna be its turn. As you have no idea what it's doing underground. Yep. Fine, Mac. I will say that was the last location.
Well, I will just move then over this way. Can't find it. Okay.
All right, no action, just move.
Correct.
Okie dokie. End of round. Stuff happened. Someone roll me a d8. And Goose, let us know when you get back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're back. You could take your turn real quick before end of round things.
Are these two things fighting Kaito?
Yep, they are swarming in Kaido's face right now.
Um, has either one of them been hit yet?
Nope.
You would have seen that I popped 2 of them pretty easy.
Okay. Basically trying to flank them, but they're small.
Yep, they're small enough to be able to occupy the same square based on their size.
Right.
Because, you know, they're swarms.
So you're getting that done.
So would we get flanking though?
Yes.
Okay.
A 15 would hit. Let me hydrate. And I was on which one?
The right one.
Right. Boop.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Now the end of turn stuff. Let's see, we had a 7. Okie dokie. So you see, very, very akin to before, more of these sacks appear from beneath the ground. Seven. 2. Very meticulously placing these. And out of, I'd probably say like 4 of these sacks, like 7 of these things pop out of them as they burst, and immediately get to move towards you. They fly pretty far. Calculating max ranges. Okay. Make this easy for myself. They're just kind of going for the closest target. As immediately you see Price is getting swarmed by these things. Like they are just all over him. Like he walked into just a cloud of mutant mosquitoes. But they can only move, so Kaido. Who is muted? I'm not sure if you know you're muted. Paging Kaito.
Yes. Sorry. Oh, there were so many more. Okay. Sorry, I ooh squirreled real hard there. Why are there so many more? Okay. Uh, move. Oh, there's 2 of them in the same square. Okay. Question. This one down here, if I move here, will they get an attack of opportunity even though I'm not leaving that square's area, or
You
no?
are uncertain. Typically, you'd think it could, just based on how many other creatures you fought. But you've never fought these before, so
Fuck it. I'm gonna move here.
there
And
is
they
no attack
haven't.
of opportunity. Now you have unlocked knowledge.
Okay.
You risk, the risk and reward.
This. Does this count as flanking these ones or no?
No.
Okay.
At this point, it's more like you're side by side with Price than like on the other side of these things.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. Oh no.
All right, roll me a d20. Okie dokie.
Okay, dokie, but
Well, it's a good. Let's see here. Roll me a D. How do I do? Oh yeah. Roll me a D8 and then a D4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 2 squares. 1, 2. Okay. So, and you were using Flame Lash again, so good thing we didn't delete this. So 7 would
Fucking
be
God.
6, 7. 2 squares.
Okay, so do I re-roll the second attack with a different weapon now, or
Yes, because you kind of
Okay.
yeeted your Flame Lash.
fucking goddamn piece of shit bug things? Does 24 hit?
Yes, that would hit. And which one are you hitting?
This one.
Did that psychic blade do a little more emotional damage?
The lingering pain of being poked.
Sure, we can play Maltani for that.
Yep, she transferred that.
Um,
She transferred her natural one to you, and now you're infected with nat one.
You'll just hear me yelling from across. You'll be like, "Sorry again, Kaito."
all right, that's it.
So yeah, you swing your axe and it just flies out of your hand, and with a swift action, you quickly draw your hand axe and slice one of these things down. Lots of extra goop. Yep, lots of extra goop. Right. Their turn. Okay, so a fun little mechanic I have added for swarming things. So we're going to start with the baseline, but I add modifiers.
Fun for you or fun for us?
It's just a neat mechanic that I add. So basically, nah. That's behind. That's behind the scenes. Eh. We'll see if it hits. So I'm starting with this top group here. 8, 10, 11, 12. Does a 12 hit your AC price? Probably not.
No.
Okay. And then the second grouping here. Does a 16 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. And then this last one is just gonna have a normal stingy sting at probably Kaido, because it's already kind of after Kaido, so okay.
That'll hit.
So you take 4 points of piercing damage, and the creature is now attached to you.
So that's 2, right?
Yep, if you are raging. It is not magical.
Yeah. Okay.
So Gnome, since you're sort of new to the scene, so this thing attached itself to like Kaido, like stung him, and now it's just like hanging on with its actually I don't think I showed an image. Hold on.
With
Let me
its
get the image
sucker.
for you. Yeah. Kind of looks like this little fella.
Nice.
And they're really small, but you know, you see one attach itself to Kaido, and that's all they get to do. You saw like just a swarm of these things trying to get to Price, and some way, somehow, he's managed to avoid 6 of these things, like trying to swarm and like bite him, and like probably maybe they think his hat is part of his body, so they're like trying to sting his hat, and so Price probably has like a hole or two in his hat now. But Gnome is up.
All right. So seeing him in trouble, I'm just going to run straight forward. So that's 5, 15. And I want to jump on top of this rock 25 if I can.
Sure. Let's do an athletics.
All
Let's
right.
let's see how good of a jump you can do.
Do a great
Or is it
jump.
acrobatics? Whatever the strength one is. I always get them mixed up.
Athletics is the strength one. Athletics is like, that would be the one.
Yeah.
Acrobatics is more like a balance check.
Yep. Jumping athletics. Yep.
16.
All right. You get out of this difficult terrain, like because the ground is like all warped and spiky and
Uh-huh.
just really hard to work around, and then you just go, I'm just gonna jump on this rock.
Right. And then I'm going to try to do a flip and get behind them back in the bad, difficult terrain. Do I need to roll for flipping?
No, we're just using the 16.
Okay. So I'm just full speed going through this, jumping on this rock, flipping back here, and I'm gonna look at my sword that I've now named Slime Licker, since everybody needs to name their weapons, right? And I'm gonna sheath it, and we're just gonna go back to headbutting. So we're gonna do the top one. 22,
Yep, that's a hit.
11 bludgeoning.
The thing turns into a paste and right in front of your face from your forehead.
Yeah, runs down across my nose, dripping off. I'm fine with that. Do I need to scoot forward half a step,
No,
or can I reach them from here?
so
Okay.
they're all in the same square.
All right, left one. And then we'll go ahead and roll the next one too. And then the right one.
All right. Then let's see what damage. Yep. Yep.
And then I'm gonna jump forward, and it's in here and just covered completely in slime. It's all over my cheeks and stuff and my lips, and I lick some of it off, and I just just start coughing and sputtering again. And then with tears in my eyes from the nastiness of the flavor, I'm gonna give Pierce I'm gonna give Price the thumbs up. Why have I been calling you Pierce my entire life? I don't understand it. But I'm gonna give Price Gouge the thumbs up and in my turn.
All right. Pierce got encouragement and partially covered in guts. Altani.
There we go. I did not want to unmute. All right. Well, because I have such a good track record for it, I'm going to shoot this one that's attached to Kaito. I was
It's
really
a
helpful
dangerous
last.
game.
Hey, I was
Yeah,
really
right?
helpful last.
What I was about to say, like you are,
It's
fine.
sucking his face off right now, and you're like, hold still.
It's like, don't move, Kaito. Coming in.
Here, I'll remove this from your face with an arrow from 50 feet away. It's
Hey, that's what I was
fine.
doing last week, effectively. There we go.
So 17 would hit.
Yeah. So here we go. 6
Squish.
points of damage. And then I forget. I have Hex as well.
No.
Let's see. No. Okay. I thought I had something though. Let me see. That gave me an advantage after
I think
successful
that's Vex, but it has to be against the same target.
or Vex. Oh, same target. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'll go after the southernmost one attacking Price now instead. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. And then this one, I will do my sneak attack because I can. Let's see. Oop, hold on. Wait. Oh, that's not right. I think that's correct. There we go. Wait, was that? Hold on. Is that even correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so mad.
With that much damage, does it
Right. These
possibly
things
go
probably have
through
like 3 health.
I know, right?
So
But,
you
I didn't want to
emotionally
risk it.
damage it to death.
All right, be like, you're welcome, Kaido. Like, no, and
Thanks for not hitting me again.
Uh-huh. Like, I'll leave the other two up to you guys. You got this. And I just do double thumbs up. End my turn.
All right. Pierce.
All right.
Uh,
That's his fighting alter ego, Pierce.
I just wanted to see if we can trick anybody else into saying it. That way, who doesn't feel like he's the only one saying it? It's a community building.
I'll never not see it. Say it. I don't understand.
Which one you aiming for? Left or right?
The one that's closest to me. And that'll be my turn.
All right. That leaves one critter. This thing's turn. You move 50 feet. Okie dokie. Vimac. There's one critter on the board.
And that is 9 damage.
Squeesh. Anything else you wanted to do?
That's the only one up. Then I think I have one more move. There. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. End of round. Somebody roll me a d8. Ooh, 3. 2. More things pop out the ground. They start heading to swarm Vimac. Kaido, you're up. And I would say, let's see. Somebody can give me a little, just a raw intelligence. Just a flat out D20 plus
Got
8.
it.
What? Everybody's int is their stat dump?
Can you hear me? Okay, I was saying, you kind of
Oh.
cut out. It said you said just a raw stat roll. Or what was it?
An intelligence check.
Hmm. Well, I only have +0. So anybody else higher than that? Okay, no one's going, so I'll do it. Why not?
You don't want me to do it. I'm a -1.
Hey,
Net 20.
who needs an inspo?
I know I don't have one. I don't know if anyone else doesn't though.
Yeah, I'd say give it to Kaito.
All right, do it. Take it.
All right, it has been taken.
Sweet.
So, as the individual who's been sort of staying back, right? You've been seeing all this transpire throughout the fight, and you it just kind of dawns on you, maybe a moment of inspiration, a moment of clarity, but you feel as though whatever is going on here, you're you're only staunching the bleeding and not closing the wound.
Hmm. Well, I'll
As
relay
these
that to
things
the
just
group.
keep popping up, and whatever it is seems like it keeps creating these things. And I would even say with a natural 20, you get the feeling that it can do this forever.
Hmm. Well, I will relay all of that to the group. And maybe we have to focus on that creature. Or did it go away? Did it disappear?
I mean, it burrowed
Oh yeah.
underground, so yeah.
Okay. So we might want to regroup in that cave and come at this a different way. Because I'm just getting the
The
feeling,
cave we're not supposed to go into?
I mean, better than endless mosquito bugs, yeah? I mean, danger abounds. So,
And if only you had a way to track its movements.
I feel like that's a
Because you
hint.
definitely get because with that intelligence, you get the feeling that the strategy, whatever this thing has, is it's a battle of attrition.
Yeah. Just hoping to whittle down all our energy and patience, huh?
Yep, and kind of in that same note, and to some degree, like that's an epitome of like a patient hunter. It's like you just wait for your prey to get too tired, and then you can swoop in and finish it.
Well, Price, do you want to try and maybe get it to come back out again? Or should we head into the cave and take our chances there?
Emphasis on brood mother.
Um,
Are you saying we should use Price as bait?
No, he was able to at least kind of get it to show itself a little bit before. I'm wondering if he could do the same thing again.
I don't even see it anymore.
Well, I think it burrowed back under. Which is why I was wondering if maybe you could somehow, you know, erupt the earth again.
Well, you have seen that these things spawn in particular locations every time. Putting two and two together.
Okay, fair. So let's go check out those locations. Oop. Mm.
But it is Kaido's turn. And your axe is about 10 feet away on the ground. Actually, I'd probably say it's like in kind of mud, so it's sizzling a little bit.
I was muted. Sorry. It is away again. All right. Move. Well, there we go. I'm gonna pick up my axe.
All right. I'll just move it off the board in case you throw it again.
Listen here, Linda. I'm not trying to throw it. um. That was my action, right?
Yeah, because I was going to pick it up.
Mm, okay. Done.
Yeah, item interaction. But you still have lots of movement.
Well, unless I know where to go.
I mean, you can give me a quick little. Let's see. Is that gonna have to be? Because it already happened, but it was only like 6 seconds, less than 6 seconds ago. So let's do a perception. I was debating history or perception. I think perception. So you had seen, and this is just sort of a freebie, because technically a perception check would be an action in the new system. Um,
Um,
so these things, just to give you a idea here, they kind of spawn like that in that particular location.
okay. I guess then that's my turn.
All right. So the little dude's turn. They're all in one square, so they're all going to go ahead and try and bite Vimac. Here a minute. Nibble, nibble. Attack. I don't think a 14 is going to hit you.
No.
So they all just bite at Vimac, but, to no avail. Gnome. You saw these things try and nibble on Vimac. He ducked, dodged, and weaved. Nothing landed,
Mhm.
and Kaido started heading in a direction.
I'm gonna say, all right, see you later, bye, Mac. I'm gonna go exploring with Kaido now, and then just run away. Do we see anything?
You'd have to do a perception check, which would be an action.
Well, then I'll use my action to perceive. Oh, I have +3 to looking at things. 13.
15. Let's see. Just give it a generic roll here. Okay. So you would just moving over here, you would have been able to track, it doesn't seem like it's being stealthy per se, just that it's underground, and just because of the murky water, the soft soil, it's kind of easy to lose track of anything, any bulges underground. However, you are keen enough to be astute and aware that it is whatever this thing is somewhere. Wish I could do like a little marker, but somewhere like maybe here, or like maybe here, like maybe there.
All right, that was my action. I still, let's see, that's 5, 10, 25, 30. I still got 25 movement left. So I'm just gonna run in front of Kaido and just triangulating those pings, just jumping up and down. And that's how I'm gonna end my turn. Is just splashing,
Like a gnome in the mud.
right?
All right, Altani. Gnome is trying to root out this creature via frantic hopping.
All right. Well, let's see here. Well, I will, while they're searching, I'll try and help take out these ones attacking Vimac. So I'll start in that kind of lower left guy.
Lower left. Probably gonna die.
Hey, that'll definitely hit. With 8 points of damage.
Smoosh.
Yo.
Head explode.
And then that with that, and then we got
D4.
22. Might as well sneak attack.
Squish. They just kind of
Into a fine
convulse and
mist.
fall to the ground.
They're like, all right, you got that last one, Vimac? And then I'm going to turn and start looking into the forest for where they might be coming from. And my turn.
All right,
Say
Price.
sneak attacks D6 instead of a D8.
Oh, that's why that seems absurd.
I
Okay,
mean, it's
thank
still
you.
enough for them.
Yeah,
I
and
was just gonna
normally
say
I
it's
just
not gonna make a difference.
I have it's like a saved it like pops up automatically, and so I couldn't remember it, so I'm like I have to enter it in manually with my offhand.
With your
so,
offhand, yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense.
So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. I just noticed it. I was like, wait, what?
Million points of damage.
Uh,
It's the effective damage, not the actual damage.
exactly. Right.
Right.
The psychic overkill.
Right.
Um, yep. Like Price will go over here as well. I guess on his way by, he'll take a swipe at this one.
Oh. And what are you doing for the savagery? Is it biting or clawing?
It'll be probably claws for these guys since kind of swatting at mosquitoes basically.
Okie dokie.
And then go over to here, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Its turn. All right. So, as Gnome is using goblin detection methods,
Uh-huh.
we will start off with checking something. Okay. So you stomp and stomp and stomp, and you're just like, I know you're down here. I'm triangulating. I'm detecting. I'm doing like little metal detector, but with your feet and stomping. And
Right. It's very animated. I'm gonna say like I'm getting some air, and then every time I'm in the air, my elbows fly out to the side, right? And then they come back in again upon landing, as if that's gonna help somehow, and just very elbowy jumps.
and as you're coming down to land, you pick the exact spot that it was in. As I reveal token. So you would just see, let's see, where do we want to, we'll start off with checking how many things it gets to do. Okay. So it, as you're coming down for a landing, you just see like part of the muck in like the soil part as if, a welcoming hole in the ground. But then you realize it's mired with teeth and bone and claw. Mostly teeth. As it's just sort of like it's like feeding a Venus flytrap. It's just its mouth is open and you're just like jumping right in. So we'll start off with And it's just gonna try and eat you.
Well, it can try.
It can try.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens. 20. All right. So I had opted to invert the success, so a 12 is bad. So it goes to like bite at you or open its mouth, like open its maw as you're about to land in it. And just like, like you're about to fall into a chimney, you like catch yourself like on its teeth. So you don't actually get eaten. The attack doesn't hit, and as a result, its follow-up attack will be at so that's an equivalent of yeah. Okay. So its follow-up attack will be at disadvantage. So it tries to bite you, you're like hanging on, or just like your legs are like almost like doing the splits, keeping one end to the other somehow. Maybe bouncing on his teeth because you realize this thing is actually a huge creature, and you are what, small?
Uh-huh.
So it has a couple of size categories. So yeah, we'll say you're bouncing on like one of its teeth then. Realistically, its jaws would be bigger than your entire body. And then it's gonna take a swipe at like it thought it was gonna eat you. So it bursts from the ground and takes a swipe at, let's do Kaito. This one will be at disadvantage. Oh. Oh, I gotta roll it twice. Does a 17 hit Kaito? I think it do. All right, Kaito, don't die.
Okay.
For 18 points of slashing to Kaito.
That'd be 9.
And then it's gonna swipe again, but this attack will be normal.
What about the
Okay.
strength saving throw?
I mean, we'll get to that in a second. I got fun stuff for you guys to partake of, you know? Could be interesting.
Okay.
So for 14 more damage,
Okay.
pre-mitigation. And now you get to make a strength save twice. Don't you have a bonus from being raged?
I don't remember. I'm looking.
So there was something. Rage gets something to strength. Tripping?
Okay, yeah, I do have advantage on strike saves. Did not know. All right, so 16 for the first one, and I'll roll the second one at advantage too. There you go. 16 and 19.
It's advantage on save, so you get to roll one more time.
You said I had to do 2 saves, so the first 2 rolls are for the one, which was the 16, and then I
Oh, I
rolled the
see.
second one at advantage. It's
Okay, I
19.
see what you did. All right. Oh, yep, that's advantage. Got it. All right. Makes sense. So we push 20 feet in a horizontal direction. So this thing has just this huge claw reach out of the ground and just swipe Just kind of just a generic, just sideways swipe. And you just get flung.
Ew.
And it's kind of doing like a, from as far as the map orientation, like bottom to top, kind of like swipe in that direction, clockwise, and you just get yeeted. For the first time, you actually got to go flying over Price as opposed to vice versa. And Price, you never thought you'd see the day a flying horse.
A horsefly.
Even better. And as far as its movement, it is actually no, it's gonna move.
Does that mean I move with it?
Yep. But you will have to give me a balancing check because you are balancing on its like teeth.
Acrobatics?
30,
Yes. No.
40, 50. Yes. Sorry, I was calculating the movement.
21.
All right. So you were riding on the back of this thing, like you went from its face, and then once it couldn't like bite onto you, you basically jumped on its head and onto its back as it's trying to burrow again. So we will say you hold on as it burrows, but you're still like holding on to it. So you guys can see.
Mhm.
So it kind of it looks like this thing emerged above ground, attacked people, and then stuck its head back under the muck and the mire. But you still know where it is because you see Gnome holding on to something. Like it just kind of looks like he's being pulled around the swamp, getting facefuls of mud and yummy, yummy squamp water.
He looks like he's having a good time.
Having a good time. All right, Vimac.
Full move. And I know Gnome is attached to this thing, so I will attack where Gnome is attached.
All right, so you'd only be attacking at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, it's not really going to matter. Oh.
All right, roll me a d20 for that second swing. The first one, like you're swinging at, like a rough area where you think
Oh,
it could be.
that was the first one. I forgot to roll with disadvantage, so
Okay,
it's those two.
that's right. That's not D. Okay. So with a 5 on that thing I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's see. We will say, as you go to swing at like the creature, the ground, the balls. You definitely miss, and as you do so, we will say one of these little things, the reason for it. So as you went to swing, you hit the ground, and like one of these like mosquito bat things pops out and just attaches to you, and that's sort of why you ended up missing. As you tried to pull your swing at the last second, but it was too late as this thing was already just kind of lying in wait.
Okay.
But your weapon
So
didn't get
then
tossed.
I will attack the thing that's attached.
All right, that would hit it. Probably gonna die. And immediately, as quickly as it appeared, it is dispatched. However, somebody roll me a d8. Oh wait, no, it's still your turn. At the end of IMAX turn, somebody roll me a d8.
And then, so I'm gonna swing at the thing again at disadvantage.
Same roll, okay. That will not hit. You hit the ground, just kind of sploosh. Anything else?
Okay, that was my, and also this will be the cleave. Okay.
Smash the attack weapon can make a melee attack or roll like a creature within 5 feet of. Yep. All right. A lot of splooshing in the mud, but it's just so hard to hit your target on account of it being underground and moving as quickly as it is. Like, because it's all happening simultaneously, it's like you saw the direction that Gnome was going, so you went for like an intercept. So it's like instead of you like where you are now is a sort of like that intersecting point, because technically one round is everything happening simultaneously. But we're humans and limited by time. All right, someone roll me a d8.
I'm not human.
What are you, Dancer?
Mm.
Who has the worst luck on d8 rolls? Now's your time to shine.
There we
Oh.
go.
Only 2 of them. So, Gnome, as you're holding on to this thing, you see, like, a pustule appear, kind of like just inflated balloon, and then pop, and 2 of these things pop out of them. Let's see. We will say, you know what? Let's see. Need to figure out who they go for. One, two, three, four. Vimac. They go to try and swarm Vimac, but they can't act as that is their spawning. Kaido, you see, you got yeeted like 20 feet away, and then now you see Gnome just hanging on to something for dear life, getting dragged through the swamps as you land, probably.
Okay. What's the centaur to do in this situation? Okay, let me see my sheet. Oh, I am much ouch. Okay.
Very much ouch. Oh, Kyle's fine. Barbarian.
Mm,
Calculating. Calculating.
can I see it all what he's hanging on to?
You can give me a perception check, which would be an action to do so, though. Just so you know.
Well, I'm saying if he's hanging on to it, can I also attempt to hang on to whatever he's hanging on to?
You'd have to try and grab it,
Okay,
which
what do
would
I roll for
basically
that?
be an attack roll with disadvantage to see if you could touch it.
How do I do an attack of roll without? Do I just like click one of my weapons to get it to come up, or do I roll it differently?
So d20 plus your yeah, we'll just say proficiency.
Wouldn't it be in a grapple attempt?
It would be, but in order to grapple, typically, because they've kind of made grapple like it automatically hits. It's just a matter of if you can beat the person to grapple. However, you don't know the boundaries of the creature. So in order to initiate a grapple in this circumstance, you have to be able to ascertain, the boundaries of it. Because remember, like it's a huge creature, but it's not necessarily like filling the full square, right? Because humans take up a 5 foot square, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the human takes up a 5 by 5 square either. And plus, this thing's in motion, so basically, just give me an attack roll to see if you can hit it. Then we'll initiate a grapple if you do.
Okay, I repeat my question. How do I roll it?
D20, and we'll just roll it as if you were using an unarmed attack. Okay.
Well, that's
So
not.
strength plus proficiency,
Yeah.
probably like +7.
Which on a roll of a 4 would not be enough. So you reach into like the dirt and try and figure out like where this thing is, and you're kind of basing on where Gnome is, right? But even
Mhm.
Gnome doesn't know exactly what part of the creatures he's holding on to.
Okay. So that was my action. I'm done.
All right, little bitey boys. Will nibble, and there's just one in the square. We add and a 10. I'm sure is not going to hit. So that's their turn. Gnome, you are currently holding on to this thing, and you saw Kaido try and like grip at it, but you can't really see it per se. So it's just like you just know you have a hold on it, like like a rodeo. But imagine like doing a rodeo blindfolded.
All right, I'm gonna try to just punch straight down.
What?
Is this with disadvantage?
Because you are holding on to it, I'm gonna say no.
All right, just a regular 20.
That would hit.
All right, I'm gonna spend 1 focus to do a stunning strike. They have to do a Constitution saving throw and get a 15, or they're stunned until the start of my next turn.
All right. Constitution saving throw. Con. Save.
And there's the damage for it.
And I'm pretty sure a 7 is not enough, so it will add the stun token. On. Icons are so tiny. Hold on, I gotta stun. Looking for stun. Nope, that's not. No, that's not it. Wait, nope. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Nope. That's not charmed. Nope. There it is. Stun.
All right, so that's my main attack. I also have a bonus action. Oh, and as part of the stunning strike, the next attack made against this thing has advantage. So that's going to
Yep.
give me advantage on this.
Yep. And as part of that stun, I will
Mhm.
say, because it was in motion and you stunned it while it's like this thing easily moved like 50 feet, right? Because you were holding on to it. So as
Mhm.
part of the stun, it was like trying to burrow away, but instead you smack it in a way that like throws it off and causes it to like expose itself above ground, making it so anybody who wants to attack it does not have disadvantage currently.
So I'm riding this thing and I'm just punching down with my fist. I figure 13's going to miss.
Let me check
It's
what
AC.
stun does. I think stun might do something. Hold on, I gotta read the property of stun. Effect. So stun creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can't speak. Only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Okay. And you already had advantage, so 13 will not hit. But any attack roll against it while it's in this condition is at advantage. For people might be making attacks after.
Is that correct? Yep.
Yeah, I'm reading
Attack
stun.
rolls against have advantage. They're incapacitated. Is that the 2024 version?
I believe so.
Because everybody's complaining that it lets you move. It just makes you not be able to take actions.
Let me.
But I don't want to have to open up my book and look it up.
Here, I'll check real quick. Because I was reading it what it says in Foundry, but I guess it is kind of still. Let's look. Let's do it. Let's do a quick little.
Let's look at it. And we'll just remember for next time, right? We won't forget.
Condition stun 2024. Saving throws automatically incapacitated. Attacks have attack rolls have advantage. The saves are at disadvantage, and the incapacitated condition means you can't take any action,
Oh,
bonus action, or reaction. No concentration. Can't speak. That's probably why, because it doesn't say you can't move.
right. Just no actions.
It's a
Which is probably
but
to
it's a
help you, the
move
DM.
action.
Isn't movement technically
Is
an
an
action?
action.
Yeah.
It's a move action.
And
Let's
also,
see.
if you're incapacitated, you wouldn't be able to move.
Not in the new rules.
Action.
I think they did this to counteract people from being able to just stun lock something.
Let's see. Action as a core rule. On your turn, you can take one action. Choose which you would like to do. Attack, dodge, dash, help, disengage, hide, influence, magic, ready, search, study, and utilize. So, I guess technically it could still move, which is really weird rabbit
That's
holing you have to do to
interesting.
figure it out. Because incapacitate implies one thing, and then action implies
I
one
was
thing.
also
But I guess moving is
I
not
was
considered an
getting
action now.
Right.
getting unconscious and incapacitated. Like I was thinking unconscious when we were saying incapacitated, but those are also two separate things.
Hmm.
So it can technically move, but I don't give a shit. It's still not its turn either. And I'm just gonna go with, in this circumstance, it's stunned. It's not gonna move.
Okay. Well, in my turn there anyway. Oh, what was its AC?
13 won't hit.
Okay. I'm gonna look over to Kaido and say, "All right, I got it exactly where I want it." As I'm like on its head, just punching.
And I guess when they say stun, interesting. Because I guess if you're stunned, you can still like stumble. Like I've been stunned before. Like it's still like fall over and like you can still move.
This
So
is
I guess
definitely a
that's
change. It used to
yeah.
be where you weren't able to take actions and you weren't able to move. They deleted that part of it, I think, to benefit the DMs because otherwise, every basic attack and my 2 like unarmed attacks that I get from bonus action, any of them I can just spin and focus and be like, all right, stunned. You
I was
know?
gonna say, yeah, with rogues with the cunning strike, you could just use one of your sneak attack dice to do a stunning strike, and it's like,
Oh wow.
yeah, you do that as many times as you want, as long as you have the an action. So
All right, we're learning.
yeah, it's interesting.
New rules. All right. But like I said, for the sake of this fight, it's gone on a good bit. So we'll just say it doesn't move. It didn't expect this tiny little thing to like smack it in the face and just like completely throw it off. So it
Grabbed it by the hair.
yeah. Altani. Learning. We're learning.
Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. So weird. Like if I let it sit too long, let my phone go to sleep, it's like, no. All right. Well, seeing all this chaos going on from the back, I was kind of like, like shadow boxing, like, yeah, get him. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Kind of like throwing air punches while they make their punches in. Well, hey Vimac, you want a hand with those guys or you got them?
Um. Oh, I'll be fine. I probably won't be attacking them, but I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, then I'll start out attacking the big bad with, you guessed it, Psychic Blade. And did I hear something about attacks having disadvantage while it's or advantage while it's stunned?
Yep, it is stunned, therefore advantage.
Perfection. Sweet. Is that a crit or
Nope.
no? Okay. Does it have to be like 10 above their AC?
Nope. To crit, it has to be a natural 20.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna use my sneak attack on that. There we go. So 17. And then now is when Vex apply. Well, I guess it's advantage anyway, but I'll go ahead and use that to attack again with my offhand. Hey, dang. Is that a crit?
Nope, it has to be a 20. The roll
Oh,
itself has to be a 20.
perfect 20. Okay, or yeah, okay, nat 20. All right. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so tired. Okay, so then we have, oh my god, just the 1d4. And I thought last time you were saying my proficiency or something should apply to that. Wouldn't there be the +3 from that? Or no? Offhand?
For the offhand, it would be D20 plus proficiency, but not adding your stat. It's not adding your dex to it. Wait, hold on. Brain. I'm thinking damage. Offhand is
Yeah, for damage.
yeah. So when you're doing the offhand, the D4 is the damage, but
Mhm.
it's just a D4.
Okay. No problem. There we go. One.
One more. Calculate it. There we go. And
So
staying where you are.
Yep. Yep. And I'll end my turn.
All right, Price. You saw Kaido get flung over your head, and then yeah. Wait, did we skip you last turn? No, no, because it threw Kaido. Yeah, okay. I think my chair broke.
All right. Well, given the situation, I'm gonna cast this, and
Duration of
I'll put it. I
was gonna toss it.
can't I think there it is. I'll put it like over here, so it will end up pulling it at least a little bit if it hits 19.
I dropped things. Let's see. At spell attack roll, which would be advantage, a 19 would hit. So it would be 4d8 bludgeoning, and if the target is huge or smaller, which it is, it has the grappled condition. Okay. Some damage. Well above average.
And yeah, it'll pull it
Shit.
toward it, and it should be grappled because it auto fails strength checks, right?
Has
Yes,
disadvantage.
and dexterity.
Being stunned.
No, it automatic. The stun condition
auto?
automatic fail of strength and dexterity saves.
Yep,
Wow.
automatic.
Perfect.
And for some reason, that is a bonus action.
Nice.
So I will also do this, which is a con save.
Sorry, I'm making sure I add damage. Okay, and then con does not pass.
Nice. So that now means it's next. Says it's next weapon attack roll. I don't know if it has to have a weapon or if that's just an attack roll, but has disadvantage.
Why? All right. Feel free to describe as all of this is going on. There's a lot of magic going around.
So his the grasping vine, you'll probably see him. He's kind of standing amongst the trees and stuff like that. So he'll have he'll kind of like conjure a little twig in his hand, and he'll kneel down and he'll just kind of shove it into the ground, and almost at the exact same moment as he's pushing this into the ground, this massive vine sprouts up behind this creature, and it whips around, kind of grabs it under one arm around its chest and kind of over its shoulder, and yanks it back, so it'll probably be it'll be constricting, which is probably where the damage, I guess, comes from. And he knows where it's going to get pulled back to, so he kind of leads this with in his other hand. Whenever he does frostbite, conjures up a little snowball, and so he's kind of like led his throw with this snowball to where as soon as this creature gets to the vine, it immediately just kind of gets like almost unceremoniously hit in the face with a little snowball. And then he's just going to be standing in the background, kind of like almost camera refocuses over the creature's shoulder. Bryce is just standing with his fists on his hips, his cloak billowing in the background.
Nice.
And otherwise, I believe that will be my turn.
All right. I'm just like imagining. I don't know if any of you have seen the. I think it was a 2024 League of Legends cinematic. But when like I don't know the characters' names, but there's like a scene where one character's just like putting all of their energy into like chaining this like demon dude. I totally just imagine like it's straining like as these vines are wrapping around it and it's just like trying to pull itself away, but it's stunned, so it's like struggling against it. And then, it gets slapped in the face by a snowball.
I think I
Alright.
remember that one.
What's up?
I remember that from League of Legends.
Yeah. It was like the 2024 one. Like the very first scene. I just don't know the characters' names. So its turn, it is stunned and grappled. So it cannot do that. Bye, Mac.
Okay.
And it's
Start
stunned till
with
the end of
a-
Gnome's turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attack this one that's right in front of me. Or right below me. Is that a hit?
Yup. Yes, smack it.
4, 10.
Smoosh.
And then I'm going to use the cleave to attack the brood mother.
24 would hit.
And that is only 5 because it doesn't get the additional on my cleave.
So, math. There we go.
But I have a second attack for Thirsting Blade. And I'm going to attack it again. 25 damage. For 13.
All right.
And cleave onto the one next to me. Or wait, no. It has to be within 5 feet. And there's a space between the two. So is that technically 10 feet?
Yeah, there's a spacing there because that's a square.
Let me double check. Okay. Yeah, so I cannot cleave that one. But I have a Hue attack.
Let's see, you can only do the cleave once per turn. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, it says
Does it say that?
at the end of the Great Axe Pact, I'm reading it. It says you
yeah,
can make
okay.
this
So I already
extra
used
attack
it,
only
so
once
it
per
wouldn't have
turn.
mattered. Right, okay. But I do get a hue attack because I killed something.
And what were you aiming at?
Oh, the big thing.
All right, 23 will hit.
And it is for 3 or 6 damage.
6. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I've been missing my my hex attacks on it.
Did
All
you
my spells.
transfer it?
Oh, no, I hexed it from the very beginning.
Okay,
It's
that's right.
uh,
He didn't hex a small
you
one. He hexed it.
place until it's been, you deal extra damage whenever you hit it with an attack roll.
It's
So that'd be
Hex is not a.
where do I get to roll the damage? I do have to
I think it's
go
like
up to
just a
my
D6. Hex. Yep, D6 necrotic.
Oh, so D. Oh no, that's not D6. 3d6. 13 extra damage. Oh wait, 14 actually.
And this is from Hex.
Yep.
Where's it adding the extra damage from? Because I'm reading Hex. It says you place a curse on a creature you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic. Whenever you hit with an attack roll, also choose one ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can take a bonus action on a later turn to curse a new creature. Upon using it as a higher level spell slot, your concentration can last longer with a spell slot of level 2 up to 4 hours. 3 to 4, oh, okay, 3 to 4 up to 8 hours, or plus 5 for 24 hours.
And I cast it at level 3.
So at level 3, it just means the duration goes up on it. I don't think it adds damage for higher casting.
I hit it 3 times.
Oh, you're just backtracking on. Okay, I
Yeah.
see. That's why I was confused. I was like,
Oh,
3d6.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just put the 3 for all 3 attacks I hit.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, this turn there are no adds that spawn as it is currently stunned. So Kaido.
Okay. All right, let's just smack it. If I go here, would I be flacking?
Flack. you want to flack it?
Well, technically, yes, I do want to flack it. But if I go here, would it be flanking? Or would I have to, like, go somewhere else? Because Gnome is
Since
there,
it's
but I
stunned,
don't...
it cannot take opportunity attacks or anything. So
Yeah, you
got
can go
full
wherever you
range.
want. But I think asking about positioning. Like here would work.
Okay, so Gnome wouldn't count then.
But Vimac does.
Vimac would, but not so much Gnome because Gnome is like on top of it, so I wouldn't necessarily count that as flanking.
Okay, so I can go here?
Which
Technically going
technically you
around
can't end
whatever.
your turn on in a same creature square, but this is a special circumstance.
Wasn't
So
that
this is
that's a different
flanking?
square.
Oh, I need to go here?
Sorry about me ending my turn on top of the creature.
Oh, I thought okay. I was like, Kaito's not on this.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, you're so small and this thing is so big, I'm just like, that's fine.
Well,
Oh.
anyone need a inspo?
I could use one.
You can have it.
Nice.
Uh, 10 and 11, assuming a 23 and a 26 hit.
Yep, 26 does indeed hit. And yeah, they all hit. Okay, so 21 damage.
Yes. And not sure.
Did you roll for your crit?
No. How do I
Weapon
do
damage
that?
again. Just one more weapon damage. So just the D12.
Nice.
12.
All right, that's it.
So all those turns of you having to fetch your axe, you finally managed to get a good grip on it this time. You got eyes on your target. You're locked in. You sprint around the back of this thing, which is like stunned gnomes holding onto it, punching it in the face. Vimac is just like slashing into it, and this is your time. This is your chance, and you take it. You cut off so many bits and pieces, and this thing looks like it's not doing too good, but it's also stunned. Yep, still stunned. And you said that was your turn, so there's only one thing here, and it's gonna poke Vimac with the fury and frenzy of a giant mosquito bat. Rar. Barely misses
Mm-hmm.
as it tries to bite you, and you just you're swinging so much, you're kind of like doing a like whirlwind barbarian thing, so it just can't seem to figure out what limb to land on to try and nibble on. Which brings us to Gnome. He who has seems like turned the tide of this battle with that stun.
The stun is now gone because it's at the start of my turn, not
Oh,
at the end
start.
of it.
Okay.
That way I don't get the advantage on it. All right. So I'm just gonna like kick like a toddler would throwing a tantrum, right? Where you're like just banging your heels against the floor over and over again. And we'll
Would
see
you
how
get
well that.
flanking with Kaito? I know Kaito didn't, but
I think I'm vertical technically, so I wouldn't think so.
it is surrounded by Vimac and Kaito. It's, I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
I would say not so much, but as the trade-off of not having flanking, because you're on top of it, it is not gonna swipe its giant claws at you because you're like on its back.
Deal. 21 against AC.
Yep, that would
Definitely
hit.
gonna hit. All right. Ka-chow. That's gonna be 7 bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna spend another focus to do a stunning strike. It has to do. Was it wisdom? I gotta scroll up.
I
No,
guess
Constitution
Constitution.
saving throw. Yeah, you're right.
Gets away with it this
Okay.
time.
Boo. You know, if I was smart, I would have used my luck dice to give it disadvantage.
I should have done cons when I forgot to pick a trait. Well, next time I'll remember.
All right. I'm gonna continue my kicking if I can find the button. There it is. Normal. That's a 10. And then I'm gonna spend another focus. Yeah, why not? And then critically miss.
I mean, y'all's got plenty of inspiration floating around.
That's yeah, let's use I'm gonna burn an inspiration on that one. And then critically hit instead. All right, let's see how much damage we could put. Oh, and I'm also gonna use what is it you get for being a goblin? Fury of the Small, +3 damage to anything that's a medium creature or bigger. And that'll give me, let's see, +3 damage. So that's 18 bludgeoning.
All right, feel free to describe how you bludgeon this thing to death.
I mean, it's as I was like, you just see Gnome on this creature's head, neck, back, whatever. I'm rolling around like a kid on a grassy hill, right? And just kick over and over again. But these kicks, it's even though I'm small and it does look like a temper tantrum, there's like a fucking wallop to it. Like every time it kicks, there's like almost a reverberation that the others can kind of like, you'd be able to see its skin shudder and its knees kind of buckle, and eventually it just succumbs to being kicked in the head by tiny feet over and over again. You can see like a little crack, and it lolls over to the side, and it's done.
I see a cat hind leg kicking it. That's what I'm seeing from my vantage point. It's just like that's the image that pops into my head.
Nice.
But the combat is not over, as there's one
There's
super
still one little
threatening,
thing.
truly terrifying creature still to go.
But in my turn.
Right. Altani.
Well, I don't know if I can take on this mighty beast, but I'm sure gonna try. I point and shoot, and definitely hit it. Just to make sure it's dead. 16. My sneak attack.
Wish.
I got you, big buddy. Don't worry.
At long
Like, hey,
last.
nice work. Right? Nice work, Gnome. Way to take that thing down.
Gnome's still, even though this thing's dead, he's just rolling back and forth all over its body like a dog over a carcass, right? Just making sure to absorb that scent. And it's still kicking. Actually, can I take a bite of this? Are my teeth sharp enough that I can break the skin on this thing?
You can try.
Okay.
I mean,
Does
there
that
are
count
like
as an unarmed
there's
attack?
like some aspect of flesh on it,
Yeah,
so
I
it's
would
like
look for that specifically.
so you can do that. So you're trying to get
All right.
a flavor roll.
Yep.
All right, give me a D20. Let's see how flavorful it is.
17.
You bite into a meaty piece that it's not nearly as bad as like it doesn't make you want to vomit. Like this seems like fresher than,
Oh.
whatever these bugs were.
I'm gonna frown disappointed as I'm still like chewing on a little piece of it. And then I'll just spit it into the grass because it's not worth swallowing.
So when you ate that bug earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that's like partial cannibalism. Because
How
it
so?
ate some of us, and then you're eating it.
Gnome just licks his lips.
So you ate some of us.
I'm fine with that. If
Okay.
anybody's offering. But you guys already knew that it's not taboo in our culture. When my aunt died, we ate her, you know. That's how she wanted to go.
Did you die? Did she die before you ate her, or
She was old. She was like 22.
So, the sounds of the, battle have died down. The the rumbling of earth and the burrowing has ceased. The only mosquitoes you have to deal with now are the natural, the naturally sized ones, because you are still in the swamp after all. And yeah, there's this creature that lies lifeless, partially burrowed, um, but lifeless, and partially eaten, I guess. Little the itty bitty goblin teeth marks. And you guys are just sort of left to, for the moment, silence, because you probably get the feeling that all the commotion probably made enough noise that a lot of the creatures in the area just kind of, hushed up. So I guess in a way, there's a bit of an eerie silence right now, a stillness to the air, aside from whatever you guys do or say.
Well, I, for one, am glad you're back because that would have gone on probably forever.
Yeah, it kept running away, so I thought I'd try to pin it down. If you're
As you
wondering, it didn't taste bad.
as you hop down from a creature that is let me calculate this.
I'm gonna do it like a
Small,
curly slide.
large, huge. 4 size categories larger than you.
Mm-hmm. Where's my bio? I'm 3'2". This thing's huge category.
Yep, this is huge.
Huge is between 16 and 32 feet tall. So if it wanted to be, it could be 10 times my height.
Very much David and Goliath. Or I guess for those of you who've ever played Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. So I don't know if you noticed, but I did a little bit of training while I was with the Booyogs, and I'm gonna pat my sword. Slime liquor here. I'm a lot better with it now.
The way you held on to that, we should nickname you Wanderer
Why wander?
because that's who you look like.
Who's wander?
Like somebody that
I think he said
climbs on big
wonder.
things.
No?
Wanderer.
Wander?
Because he was clinging to a large creature, you want to call him Wanderer.
To Wanda?
That's who you reminded me of.
Oh, well, my name's Gnome.
Glad we cleared that up.
So, are we gonna go look for the really bad thing now?
That might have been the bad
Well,
thing.
I mean, if it's a really bad thing, it's probably whatever's in that cave. But at least
Ooh,
we took care of this outside the cave
this was a
to help.
medium bad thing. We're looking for a big bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta bring it back to the Booyogs, right?
I mean, we might end up needing to defeat it here, but we could probably take its remains back.
I hope it's not as big as this. This is gonna take forever to drag back.
I mean, we could
I'm,
always call the Booyogs over here to come get it.
they're pretty lazy. I don't think they would make the travel.
Well, I suppose we could always ask.
Well, we have a centaur. I bet he could carry him.
Yeah, just help him up on your saddle there. Be like nothing, right? Give him a wink.
It would not stay there on its own.
I figure we could get some
Yeah.
ropes and tie it together, and then you could just pull it that way.
I mean, if only we had a wagon that we could put it in.
Ooh, that's a good idea. You guys still have that giant bird, or did you eat it?
Who, Scooter?
Yeah, short for scooter pie.
Mm-hmm. Scooter pre-pie.
Mm-hmm.
Price still has him.
Oh, that's too bad.
I mean, he's pretty strong. Good to have.
Giant birds are bad luck. That's what the Booyogs always say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, our clan got attacked by a gaggle of ducks once.
Oh no.
We won, but there were casualties.
I mean, really? Ducks?
Yeah,
Were they
they can
giant?
fly. No, they were normal size, but they were fast and coordinated. They made some kind of flying V, and that's all it took to take out our chieftain.
Oh no, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
That's not so bad. My uncle got to be the next one arm,
Oh
until
yeah.
Big Steve came around. But he's dead now, so good news all around.
Yeah, you
So
recall the great duck wars of the era. Many casualties.
it's our own fault. We were using bread as rations. They got one taste and went wild for it.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Someone told us that it wasn't safe for ducks to eat bread. They were wrong. They love it.
Well, sometimes what we want isn't what we need. That might have been a case of that.
Yeah. So if you ever see the sky darkening and you look up and there's about 12 ducks up there, probably best to get cover somewhere.
That's probably smart.
To be fair, a duck for me is like half my size, right? So just double it for you.
That's true.
Where's the cave at?
It's that big mound right over there, and I'll point to it.
Yep, so as Altani points to the cave, you see basically kind of looks like the cave is partially submerged into the swamp area. So there's like water that, just kind of filters in there a little bit. But it doesn't look like your normal, just like big old cave opening, blatantly obvious. It's kind of tucked away. Maybe it looks like either the swamp rose a little bit to kind of cover it, or it sank. But it seems like, maybe about 2/3 of the height of like a cave you would expect. Not like it's not like halfway, but like 2/3 buried in a sense. And there's like soil in front of it, where like the muck and the mire is kind of piled up, and it's pretty easy to miss if you're not nearby, kind of thing.
So did we want to explore?
Yeah, we should probably go check out that cave. As much as I'd rather we not have to go in there, I think that's what we're here for.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Get that map ready.
Well, I can take a peek in there. Don't we need to be on another map? Or
Not until you go in.
let's see.
Just
Was it to the
scream
left?
real loud if you
Yeah.
get in trouble.
Yeah, that I can do. Remind me, was it to the left of here or like west or no?
I mean, we just hand wave. It's nearby.
Okay. Well, I am going to go to the cave then.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm gonna eat some more of this slime.
And also before I go, let's see. I think it was I want to do my mind thing. Was it Psychic Whispers, right? I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. My computer's running really slow today, so like trying to get around my character sheet has been tricky. Come on.
You can establish telepathic communication between
Mhm.
yourself and others as a magic action.
That's right. For number of hours equal to that.
Proficiency, so
wonderful.
3.
Let's see. Was yeah, so I can pick 3 of you. And then I need to roll one of my energy die. Come on. Which was is that D6 or D8? It's been a little bit since I've used it.
D6.
Okay, thank you. All right, so for 4 hours.
Nice.
So, let's see. Just in case Gnome wants to keep wandering a bit, I'll go ahead and mentally chat with Vimac, Kaito, and Price. And I'll get there and stealthily make my way up toward the entrance. Hey. And then when I get there, I want to see what I perceive.
So you would poke your head in, and there's a little bit of moisture that trickles down into here. Like I said, it slopes down a little bit. And I have my proper map for this. But let's see, I think I can move one person at a time. Hold on. This is, I think, one of the things I can't remember. Does Roll20 let you like move one person at a time to another scene?
It does. It'll let you split them up.
Okay, that's neat. But I can definitely do that in Foundry. So let me get Altani.
It's only a little bit annoying because you still, as the DM, have to click individually what page you're going to go to and let it load. And then when it's somebody else's turn, go load the next page, right?
Kinda. I have a whole scene selection at the top. I think Roll20 has that too. But let's get Altani on this scene. See? And then let's put your character.
I see my character.
Okay. And you should have dark vision. Not
I
showing you
should,
having dark
yeah.
vision. You're just rotating your character though.
That I
Hold
am.
on.
Can't seem to
I
deselect me.
have to struggle with this all the time.
Weird.
Right, you do have dark vision, right? This
I do.
class, this is
Yeah,
Kamar Wayfarer,
I do.
blind sight, dark vision 60. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, saying you just have 10, and I don't know why it keeps resetting. Bah! Dark vision. That
I guess I'll just keep rotating until I make it all the way around.
that didn't update. Strange. 60. Oh. Update. There we go. I think that should do it.
That looks better, yeah. All right. Oh, goddamn. Hang on. I don't know why it does that. I go to like just move a little bit and my screen jumps. Let me grab
Okay. Let me try this. There we go. Okay. All right. So just take a sneak forward here. And with a 16, do I sense anything in particular?
No, nothing in this particular little area. And, it's still pretty, murky. There's some water in here. Definitely getting the aroma of like stagnant, like water, stagnant cave air. And as you
Okay.
walk in, there's a little bit of a breeze, but as you'd expect because, the entrance is right there. And also, as you have stepped in, and, the wolf begrudgingly has allowed you to, like, it's not stopping you.
When if it's still there, as I walk up to it before walking in, I would have probably been like, I appreciate the warning of danger, but we will probably have to go in here sooner rather than later. But we'll be careful, okay? And then I'll walk by it.
And as you do so, you hear the saddest but very faint like whimper as it just kind of huffs and meanders into the forest.
Oh. I promise we'll be back. I'll call to it.
And then you walk in,
Mm-hmm.
and the first thing I need you to do as you walk on in is to give me a wisdom saving throw, please. As you also hear the cries for help again.
Uh-oh. Well, I thought that they were continuing. Last time you said they hadn't stopped, right? Had they actually stopped?
You were too busy in the combat to really pay attention.
Understandable. How do I do with a 12?
I mean, you definitely hear them. Just
Okay.
someone calling for help within the cave. Let me actually pull the stream scene.
Yeah, like, do I maybe hear it coming from any particular direction?
Nope.
Hmm.
Scene. Oh, still loading. There we go. But at that T intersection, you don't seem to really notice anything.
So I can't tell one way or the other which direction I should go?
Nope.
Okay. Mentally, I'll ask Vimac, hey, so this cave splits left and right. Which way did you send your familiar down? Your summon?
I didn't even know there was a right and a left. I didn't get that
This
far.
familiar only got in like 20-ish feet.
Okay. So, like, to the junction. All right. Well, let's see. Oop. I'm going to kind of creep around the corner here. Take a peek. So far, so good. I know right is always right, so I'm going to go left. So that way, if there's more to explore, we'll be able to explore the right way with Price.
Okay.
Okay. Anything I need to know? Do I need to stop and wait?
Oh, no, not that you're aware of.
Okay.
Continuing forward into this like cubby.
Just enough to peek in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything? Do I see something?
No. It just seems like a empty location, pooled water in the kind of some of this little stream of waters come through here.
Okay. I'll relay that back. Check down the left way. Ended in a dead end.
And when you get to about here,
Oh, perfect. Okay.
you run your face into what feels like an invisible wall.
Uh-oh. Damn it. Didn't we just run into this with the oh wait, no, she wasn't there with the haunted house, right?
Nope.
Is that yeah.
So we'll pan
Like,
over. As that happens, we'll pan over to the people outside the cave.
well, when that happens, I'll be like, wait, didn't I read about this? So I'm gonna start flipping through notes when you pan over.
Go here. Bring you guys to this scene. So those of you outside, what are y'all's doing? Altani started. I'll even hide that token because she's not on the scene. Yeah, those of you outside, what are you doing? Altani said she'd sneak in, relay some info. What are you doing while she's very, very meticulously making her way through this unknown cave that you have had some level of warning of entering?
I'll be
Honestly, we're
prepping.
probably doing a lot of waiting.
I would be doing any prep work to summon a familiar, but knowing I don't have time yet, so I'll do everything to get ready for that.
I would say Bryce is probably ritual casting detect magic. And is that wolf still around? Like, do we see that?
Nope, it trotted off.
Okay.
So ritual casting adds 10 minutes. Or was it an hour? I get it mixed up. I think it's at 10.
It's 10 minutes.
It's 10. Yeah. I can post it.
Yeah, it's 10. I was thinking warlocks refresh spells in an hour, so yeah, it's 10.
Mm.
So it sounds like y'all's are gonna be roughly waiting 10 minutes then.
I probably would have been doing this as Altani was starting to go into the cave, like knowing that we were going to wait outside. But again, it probably would still be a few more minutes.
So instead of spending the resource yet, let's just say you're starting it.
Yeah.
Because a lot can happen in 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
And Vimac, you were starting the. So are you ritual casting the familiar?
No, I wasn't gonna cast it yet. I was just getting myself prepared. So when I do have the hour to do that, I wouldn't have to do any excess. Just flavor.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Because that's a ritual. And what's Kaido doing?
Well, it's not long enough to get any rest in, so I don't know what he'd be doing. He has many ouchies, but there's not much he can do about it.
All right. So slightly battered and bruised barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's Gnome doing while Altani's doing what Altani's doing?
I think he's just going to be imitating whatever Price is doing with his ritual casting. So, like, if he's, got chalk on the ground or powder or something, whatever components go into ritual casting, he's just going to kind of imitate him and just kind of like he's absorbing, he's learning.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say, you know what, give me an Arcana, since you're just like learning what
Okay.
Price is doing. or observing, I should say.
Crit.
All right. So the Arcana was to kind of get an idea of the difference between the Booyog magics that they use and more traditional methods of casting spells because you've only grown up with the Booyog magic really. So
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of like throwing bones, there's a lot of like a little bit of blood sacrifice here and there. They have to like prick their finger and like sacrifice some blood. They have to like there a lot of the occult style of arcane interaction where in some way a lot of it tends to be you got to give something to get something. Um so and it's very crude and sometimes unpredictable. Booyog magic is not known for its
Mm-hmm.
reliability. So almost think since I know you've played WoW, think goblin engineering. Like it's mostly
Yeah.
reliable, but there is a chance that when you cast a spell it just might blow up on your face or you might lose a thumb or that kind of thing.
So
Um
I'm gonna ask him then while he's doing this and just be like, where's all the blood? Where are your fish heads? Your decapitated fish heads?
What?
To draw your sigils and stuff.
I'm not doing any necromancy or anything.
Oh, do you use cats? We used to use cats, but they're really hard to
No.
catch.
No. I'm using twigs and these are
Is that
berries.
what Scooter's for?
I don't know. Huh? Scooter helps
Sacrifice.
with the wagons. Oh, no.
He's got a long neck. You'd probably get a lot of blood out of that. I don't know how you'd carry it all around though, because then you wouldn't have anything to pull your wagon. And there would definitely be several buckets of blood. Anyway, you're doing it wrong. I just thought I'd let you know.
Oh, alrighty.
It's not going to be as strong that way. If you want, I could talk to the Booyogs and they could give you some proper lessons in ritual sacrifice.
Oh, well. Maybe we could later.
One time I saw them kill 2 dogs and it allowed them to be able to see magic for almost 10 minutes. Isn't that crazy? They could just detect it.
Huh. Are you sure that had anything to do with the dog?
Yeah.
Can I just say, as out of character, dog and cat paint or like hunting and killing discussion in game is something I have a hard time with. I've actually worked with animal shelters with people who've been cruel to animals, so
We'll
I
switch
have
it
too
to
much
rats.
real life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, or like bugs. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, thank you,
Or
appreciate it.
fish.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have the same feelings about fish, but fish are good.
That's all right. We'll do fish.
That's okay. Thank you.
Yep. So you don't have like a bucket full of fish and like chum?
Oh, well, I don't carry it around really. No. Are you hungry?
No, I was going to help you with your magic.
Oh. Uh, with fish?
Yeah, because it takes a life to extract, right?
No. What do you?
That's how the
Why?
Booyogs do it.
Mm, That doesn't surprise me at all. You
All
know,
right. Well, I'm
there's a
just gonna sit
lot
here
of
and stare at you. There's a
that'll
lot of
help.
what?
There's a lot of different kinds of magic, I guess. So
I guess. I don't really do any, but I see it enough. Is this why you don't wear war paint?
this specifically, yes, this is why I don't wear war paint.
We could go collect some bugs. We could grind them up if you want. We could spread it on you.
I've got to do this for
Oh,
so
I'll go get that slime from all the things that we popped, and then we'll go
no,
gather.
that's okay because that's probably someone probably needs that. Uh, the Booyogs probably need that for their magic, right?
It'd probably help, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna gather slime then.
Well, there are plenty of those mosquito bats around for you to acquisition with relative ease. Let's see. I mean, you are harvest. Give me a survival. Let's see. How much are you trying to gather? Like a lot, just a couple. Like if you're trying to get a lot, then we'll say
Just
a
like a little
survival.
pouch. 22.
Yeah, you managed to extract what you need because there were so many of these things that you guys have been like slicing up and like it's just like a battlefield of these mosquito bat things. There was just so many considering, they could spawn up to 8 per round, so there was a lot even before you got here.
Nice.
All right, all right. So we got harvesting, we got spellcasting, we got preparing the spellcast, and we have a poor bored Kaido who's beaten and bruised, just waiting for something to happen. Right?
Hmm.
All right. So then the camera pans back into the cave to an Altani. Back over here. The scene.
So, were they able to hear me when I was reporting what was going on?
Yes.
Great. Well then, so after all that, as I run into that clear wall, I'll be like, guys, I'll tell all three of them, there's been a problem. Apparently, Kalia ran into the sort of thing. You guys were in some sort of haunted house, and there was these invisible walls that you ran into at one part. Well, this cave seems to have the same thing. Maybe. But either way, I'm not that far inside and I'm stuck. I can't get out of this dead end part of the path. Might need you guys to come on in.
And as you're
And I'm
saying
gonna
that, for everybody else, because for like you're saying it in, your mind to them. However, everybody receives it through a different lens. So the words you say are yours. They are expressed, how you express them. However, so who would you have connected? You had Price, Kaido, and Vimac connected.
Yeah.
So for Price, the voice that comes through, same words, same cadence, all that, but for Price, it comes through almost as if um that voice that you heard Scooter, quote unquote, Scooter speaking in, that like devious, like sinister voice. That
Yeah.
voice is the one you hear. For Kaito, the voice that you hear. Who was that character? Would have been a character that Kaito interacted with before in their past. I'm trying to find the name because we had talked about it.
Are you talking about the one that sent the letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Find the name he gave me for that one.
Her name was Marinetti.
I mean, oh, that voice. So the voice you hear is Mayor's, and for Vimac, the voice
Yep.
that you hear come through would be of. Wasn't really a name you gave me, so I'd probably say one of the ogres that. Yeah, the team that almost wiped out. One of the ogres that you interacted with in your past.
Okay.
The ones that yeah, those ogres that almost wiped out your team.
Well, hopefully, talking about Kalia and how I'm encountering the same thing, though using those words will give you guys a bit of a hint of what's going on.
But yeah, you guys received the message. Like I said, the word it's word for word. Is just in different voices, but each individualized for each individual person. Meanwhile, Gnome is out there like r- rummaging through the guts of like these bats, just totally unawares of any of this. I guess unless somebody brings it up.
I would mention, was there a haunted house thing here or with the previous group?
Yeah. What? So, is Altani stuck?
You guys could probably talk to me through the connection too, right? Or try.
Can always try.
So we need to come in, correct?
Are you telling me? Or asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I hear him as him?
So you would hear him as Kalia.
Kalia? I mean, I don't know how you found us, but yeah, I could definitely use your help.
So I mean, you hear it. Like the conversation is happening. It's like I said, it's just being translated through other voices.
Well, for my end, so I mean, okay, so Vimac, how would you reply or respond to having me asking if you're, or like assuming that you're Kalia?
We didn't say Kalia. You just said,
Yeah. Well, I did. When I heard it, I would have asked Kalia.
oh,
I was saying like, wow, I'm surprised that you found us, but yeah, I could definitely use the help. Come on in. So it'll be obvious that I think I'm talking to Kalia and not you.
and I would be looking around for like
For
somebody else
Kalia.
talking. Is there a Kalia around here? So I didn't know Kalia.
Right.
New
She's
phone, who
been
dis?
gone for a while.
Either way, yeah. I'm just gonna talk to all three of you again. And be like, there seems to be something strange going on. I tried reaching out to Vimac, and it sounded like Kalia replied. Is Kalia out there with you guys?
I don't see a Kalia out here.
Okay, that's weird. Well, whoever's out there, come on in to help. I'm stuck. This is all Tani. She's gonna be like talking overly simplified to everybody.
Guess how long has it been since like his Price is still trying to work on this ritual cast.
I mean, this has only been like 5 or 6 minutes. Because she didn't really have to go far. So she walked in, skulked around a little bit. It was only like a couple of minutes, if that. So yeah, it's only been like 6 or 7 minutes at this point.
If
So will you
everyone
guys
starts
tell
to
me?
go in, then
Oh, yeah.
you end up following. But if no one's doing anything, then he's gonna keep doing the ritual.
I would start to head in.
All right, so Vimax starts heading in. What about Kaido?
If everyone's going in, I'd go with.
All right, Kaido's going in. All right, what about Gnome?
Did they
Covered in
mention
guts.
this out loud?
Don't.
I guess I could hear them talking to themselves. No, it's telepathic, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
not even
telepathic.
that, huh? Yeah, I would notice them like heading in, and I just follow, even though I'm not really sure where we're going.
All right. So Price, you are at that as people start walking in. You're at that like final, like you're so close to finishing this ritual, you know, because people aren't hustling on in. You just need one more minute. You just oh, you're so close to finish this. It's kind of like that, you know, you're trying to finish something and you see people like starting to leave and you're just like you're on the cusp of finishing and you're like trying to finish that last sentence as like a timer's running down and like people are starting to leave and you're just like looking up at them and like going back to trying to draw like the symbols on the ground to finish the ritual and you look up again and they're just like 3 steps away and just kind of feels like finishing this ritual's taking forever and you're just down to that, like that last minute. So do you want to
Well,
take that time or
he wouldn't want to just be, I guess, out here or split up with everybody. So just stick with everybody.
So the one of the worst feelings in the world, like you know, when you're about to let a sneeze out and you're just about to have, you know, you're just about to sneeze and it at last second it just stops and it's gone. That's kind of how it feels trying to finish this spell. It's like, man, I just need to
Well,
finish one more.
if I could backtrack a little bit, I was under the impression Gnome was gonna, not Gnome, Price was gonna go with them. If he wants to finish the ritual, I'll stay outside with him.
Does Price want to finish the ritual?
You guys could also tell me too. Like if it'd be like we need just a couple more minutes. I'm fine. I'm not under attack. I'm just stuck.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if he was if it was like another minute or so, and like like you were saying, if Altani's just like, I'm stuck, but not really in impending danger, then he'd probably want to try and finish the ritual. But
Yeah.
again, he would just like he
That's
would
fine.
stick with everybody. So
Yeah, I'll sit down with my bag of slime.
Delicious.
Right? I was like, I'm gonna snack on it in between.
Thinking about the Great Duck Wars.
Yeah, it takes me back.
All right, so with a little bit of patience, you know from the team, you are allowed to complete your detect magic.
so he'll after a couple minutes, and it's probably like he knows that we're all split up, and then he's got this weird sort of voice that he's heard before, but it sounds like it's not the same. It's weird, and so it's kind of maybe distracting him a little bit, and then it's saying, I'm stuck and I need your help, and then finally, toward the very end of getting this ritual, he kind of calms himself down, and like gnome comes and sits over. It's probably like, when are you going to be done? And it's probably around that time when like he's sitting down on the ground, he kind of like slaps his thighs. All right, I did it, let's go.
What'd you do?
He'll stand up, he'll look at gnome. Oh, well, I did magic so I could see. Come on, let's just go.
What kind of magic? There wasn't even an explosion.
We'll do that one soon.
Okay.
And not a single rat head or like bones getting tossed. This is some weird magic.
I was gonna say
Mhm.
gnome probably is just like, he doesn't know how to do magic.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, he's just grabbing sticks and stuff and just like, I don't even know, rubbing them together. That's not going to do anything.
I feel like it's the same sort of mentality or attitude that's just being reflected back. Gnome is like, where's all your bones and stuff? And Price is like, okay, he has no idea what he's talking about. And Gnome is just like, he's not even using bones and stuff. Like, he
He's
doesn't
not
know what he's
rolling the
doing.
bones. Collected all that slime. He didn't even use it. Didn't even ask for it.
So let me get everybody else to see.
So yeah, if that's once that's done, we'll probably start to head inside with everybody.
Price. All right. Everybody else pull to this scene now. Activate. And let's do a vision check since tokens seem to keep getting reset.
Oh, I can't see a thing.
Yeah, because you typically don't have that. Okay. Price, you should have vision. You appear
I
to have
can
vision.
see. Yeah, it should be fine.
Kaito. Didn't we determine Kaito had like dark vision from something?
was,
His owl feature
yeah.
thing. I'm blind as shit right now, though.
And that was 60, right?
I should also have dark vision, but it is all black and white for me.
That's
Yeah.
Which
the
dark vision does make
again,
it
right?
dim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
And
Yeah, this
Kaito,
thing.
60, you said?
Yeah, its range increased by 60.
Yep, because it's set to 0 right now. So let's update that because that's a class feature.
I will start by lighting a torch. Because I cannot see without a familiar.
Well, first I want to make sure, your tokens have the proper vision, and I'm going to add a light source because this is the cave entrance, so there is some light that comes in through here.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure the tokens that are on the board have the dark vision because that light source is only going to get you so far. Add a light. Yeah. It goes out to about there. So now people with dark vision should see normally because there's light. Okay. Okay. Tokens are okay. Altani should be able to see. Yeah, so the stuff behind Altani should be like gray, and the stuff in front should be like illuminate properly. Okay. Lighting is working. There we go. And now the stream can see properly too. Okay. So yeah, you guys walk into this cave and it seems as you would expect, there's a little bit of water trickling in, a a tiny little like streak of water that flows down. It's calm. It's not deep or anything, um, and it just sort of flows in, and it kind of looks like there's a bit of a decline, like downward, which is why the water is filtering in as opposed to just like pooling outside of the cave. But you don't see Altani. What? I'm Ectosphere. Just from that light, it just happens to be that specific angle for Vimac allows him to see like Altani or kinda sorta, but because like half of her token is in the light and half is like in the dark, so. Which I present the question of what do y'all want to do?
Well, when I see them walk in, I'll be like, oh, thank goodness. And I'll kind of like have my hands pressed against the barrier, and kind of like smush my face against it to kind of see around the corner a bit more. And mentally, I'll be like, I'm over here. Look forward and to your left. I'll kind of wave. You guys would see me, my face squished against the air.
Yeah, I guess we'd probably all make our way over there.
I don't know if it's something that you might be able to come through but not go back. So just careful.
There. Gotta move that over.
I'm linked to you.
Like there.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, you mosey on in.
Is Price detecting this barrier?
Let's see. If it was
Can we
created by a
do
spell, yes, Wall of Force. Oh, wait, sorry. You would know the school, so abjuration. So I guess if
Okay.
you want to know what it is specifically, that would be a Arcana. Or
Yeah, I was just about to ask if I can do a check. Let's see.
13. Wall of Force.
Um,
I already said it. So it's like,
is there anything else, I guess, within range of me that I can detect?
Not within 30 feet.
Okay.
And also give me a wisdom save, please. As you step forward, my good sir. Okie dokie.
Um, I guess Bryce would try and. I guess at first Bryce would just try and speak normally instead of the mental psychic connection. He would just be kind of looking at Altani. So what happened?
So I was just, checking things out as I do and didn't see anything. And as I came back, there was suddenly this wall in front of me and I can't get through. And for whatever reason, even though I thought I was talking to Vimac, I sounded like Kalia was replying. It was very weird. Did you guys hear Kalia?
No.
I don't know what Kalia sounds like.
Well, did it sound like someone other than me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, who did you hear? Was it like a female voice?
No.
Oh,
No.
really? Okay, that's weird. So something's definitely messing with us. Well, any clue how to get me out of here?
I could probably try to dispel it, but I can only do that so much. So if we keep getting stuck, we're fucked.
Is there any other way to break this? Like, what is this?
I
Do you know?
don't really know. It's some sort of like abjuration, so it's kind of like just like like an invisible wall.
Yeah, that seems about right. Hmm. And no other way that you know of to get rid of it other than dispelling?
I guess with my 13 Arcana, do I know anything
Uncertain.
else about? Okay.
13.
Not really, but I guess as Gnome's walking up, Gnome knows a lot about magic, though. Do you know anything more about this kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, I can help get this out.
And as you step there, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Some saving throw. 20.
All right.
I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna stick it into one of my little pouches that's got all the slime, and then I'm gonna rub it all over my forehead. And then, like a bull getting ready to charge, I'm gonna lower my head, and then I'm just gonna run at this wall or the air, I guess, that she's pressed against, and try to crack it with my head.
All right. Brute force. Give me an athletics.
15.
You found a material sturdier than your skull, and it's
I'm
invisible.
gonna rebound off of it and just kind of hold my hand to my forehead and say, "No, magic's not gonna cut it this time."
Well, it looks like you're stuck here forever, Altani.
Well, poop. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that, somebody had to have cast this at some point, right?
Well,
So if we
or
find them,
something could have just triggered it. Like if something was trapped, you didn't touch anything, or like there
not really.
wasn't a string going from one wall to the other that was maybe like 4 or 5 inches off the ground.
I mean, let's see. OOC with a stealth of 20. Would that also help my perception in that specific category of if I'm being stealthy, I'm going to be extra aware of where I'm stepping?
Nope. Because
Hmm.
being stealthy is just you being aware of how well you are stepping, not necessarily of where you're stepping, per se. Also, Vimac,
Okay.
give me a wisdom saving throw, please. I saw you move. You ain't slick. I'm on to you. I saw that. I saw you moving. Okay, I gotta make sure nothing happened.
I'm gonna do, just as we're talking about like traps and stuff, I'm gonna do just a perception check, look around, see if there's any signs that anything could be trapped.
Let's see. From what you can currently see in your range of vision, no. You don't see anything that stands out. Um, yeah, he's not looking at the right. Can't see it. I can't draw a line because that would way where I'm looking. Yeah, you don't see anything from where you are, but you know that cave does kind of bend. So if there were anything that could be the situation, you're maybe confident that if it were, it would be something you just can't see currently. Like
And did you say
physically,
that?
like barrier-esque, like wall in way kind of see.
Mhm. Um, did you say that you went down and it was just a dead end?
Yeah. Um, it's just kind of like an open area with some murky water. Didn't seem to be anything in it, but I could be wrong. I mean, I'm already trapped here, so why don't I go check it out a bit more? So I'm gonna like be extra careful as I'm walking through here, and I'm gonna look for any potential tripwires or things that I might have tripped.
All right, so go where your positioning is, where you want to
Where what?
be.
Well, I mean, I eventually want to get down. Why can't I? Uh, they won't. Anyway, I want to get down here. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to go real slowly and I'm going to confirm each area that I'm stepping to see if there was a tripwire, to see if I see anything that had been triggered or if it's any weird like stuff. I don't know. So do I need to go bit by bit or am I like can we forward ahead and just move me all the way down there?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like
Move
do I
move to where you
oh
want to go, and
okay.
because I don't want to know where you're going.
Well, that's where I'd like to end up.
Okay. So give me a perception.
Okay. Hey, who else needs an inspo?
I think y'all's are about full.
No, hi.
I don't have one.
No, take it. And I am feeling very inspired because my team is here. I feel much more confident that it's all going to be okay and I'm not going to be trapped in here forever.
Will you though? So you look into the water, the murky water, and as you do so, it well before it was murky, now it's clear, clear, crisp, clean.
Huh.
And
Well,
do you
that's
stare
weird.
into the water?
Uh, I mean, I'll probably crouch down to get a closer look.
But you're like, I guess the question is, do you like look like in it, or are you just like looking at it from a distance,
I'm gonna
i.e.,
probably keep
adjacent?
my I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm not gonna go too much closer.
Okay,
Um, yeah, not yet.
okay.
So I'll relay back, be like, oh, this water was murky, but now it's looking really clear. That's spooky. Does is the water completely still?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get a little closer. Like probably close enough to look in the pool, but without being right at the edge.
So like close enough to see a reflection? No, because you have to be next to it to see
Mm,
it.
no, not yet. I will take a step closer, but not yet close enough. Anything happen before I get too close?
Nope.
Okay. Well, if nothing happens, then I probably will get a little closer and peek in, see my reflection.
All right. You lean over the pool of water, and you do indeed see a reflection. You see yourself in this clear, still water. But then the water starts to ripple. You don't
I
feel the ground
immediately.
shake. You
Hmm.
don't see any droplets of water from a stalactite. It just starts to ripple and warp. And you see
I.
yourself changing. Your hair, where once, I'm going off the image, but like this white hair starts to turn like black and then brown. Your eyes start to droop as if someone is pulling the skin from underneath it, like down, like kind of like your face is melting. You would
Hmm.
see your shoulders sprout these bone-like appendages as if, as if they're just like some mutant growth that is just bursting out of your body uncontrollably. And where your like nose and mouth and like cheeks are, because like I said, under the eyes it's kind of like melting. It's like your face is splitting in two, revealing like mandibles.
Well, I definitely would have stepped back pretty quickly when that had started. So,
And feel
and then I'll
free
feel my face.
to give
Oh,
your face is fine, but you still get to have to make me a wisdom saving throw.
okay. Do I still hear something calling for help? Oh boy.
Well, it has gone from calling for help to cackling, sinister. You hear yourself laughing, but it's not a joyous or wondrous laugh. It's crazed, it's maddened.
Well, that's no good.
And you currently have, as you look into this and you roll back to your back, stumbling back a bit, you are presented with a inverted boon, i.e., the frightened condition.
Oh no.
And as all this
Well, that was.
transpires, and you're feeling your face just like frantically, like, what the hell's going on? That's where we will wrap up the session.
Do I need to mark anything frightened on my side, or is it only on yours?
I already added to your sheet.
Okay. And you guys will probably hear me maybe like panicking through the psychic connection. Be like, guys, I think mandibles. Oh my god, melting. Ah, may not be entirely coherent, but I'm definitely freaked the heck out.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
that was definite nightmare fuel. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's a little body horror in the evening, right?
Well, the wolf did give you some warning.
Yeah, but the DM gives us not a lot of other choices if we want to fix this.
Ah, the adventuring life. I'll see you over there, Kaido. You ain't slick. I saw that. Get your butt back. You know what? Give me a wisdom save. I saw that. You ain't slick. Slaps wrist. All right. We'll deal with that next time. Yeah. Yeah. And you were there. All right.
All right. Well, good game, you guys. Look forward
Yeah, that
to
was fun.
Yep.
chat next time. Yeah. It was
Yep.
so good to
For
have you,
D&D.
Kuth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a terrible summer, but hopefully it's better now.
Yeah,
Thanks, dude.
hopefully.
All righty. So, with that being said, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to have Kuth get to play for a couple of sessions. Yep. Until next time. So yeah, for those of you on the Ubles Tubles, we do this every Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific. There we go. I just left so I could there. Over on Twitch, Twitch TV /cubed222 for inquiring minds. Like I said, every Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific. Kind of had a late start because the program that I used had some updates since, sheesh, the last time I used it, which was like yesterday. So I had to do some tech things. But like I said, on Twitch, and did I get through all my announcements? That's fast. Holy crap. So tomorrow we back at it at the usual 6 o'clock Pacific. Gaming as per usual, variety as we do. Maybe some collabs. We'll see. And yeah, I think that's all of it. Yeah. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And hopefully we get to catch you again soon. But with that being said, we must part ways once again for yet another few hours. So, 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 so. Remember these words of wisdom. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and always keep an open mind. And with that, we depart. Yeah, we'll depart. Because I also need to hydrate and stuff. So until next time, y'alls, have a good one. Party on. Stay fresh. I don't know. The words something. Anyway, later.